Welcome back to Virtual Reality. My name is Thomas and you are watching VoodooDE VR. Today I show you the announced virtual reality games that you can look forward the most. The alphabetically sorted list includes upcoming VR games for Quest, PlayStation VR and PC VR. You don't have a VR headset yet? Then watch my VR buying guide, which you can find in the info cards now. If you don't want to miss anything about VR and AR on all platforms, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell. Many thanks to my sponsors VoodooDE VR, Opperman Events, Virtual Escape, Slim Beats and JN Design Media. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
VoodooDE.
The well-known indie game Among Us gets a VR version. Together with our team, we have to manage a spaceship. However, there is a saboteur among us who wants to stop us and kill us. The VR version is played from the first-person view and supports up to 10 players. Among Us VR will be released on Quest 1, Quest 2, PlayStation VR and PC VR. A release date has not yet been set. In Area of Darkness Sentinel, which was announced back in 2019, we experience a VR adventure and psychological thriller in which we live through 3 days of 1978 while uncovering a strange secret and fighting for survival. Nothing has been heard from the game in the last few months and it's unfortunately questionable whether it will be ever released. It was announced for PC VR. Ubisoft has announced a virtual reality game based on Assassin's Creed. Unfortunately, there is no exact release date, gameplay material or screenshots yet. According to the developers, however, they want to use VR technology to the maximum to offer an immersive experience that would not be possible in 2D. Assassin's Creed VR has been announced for the Meta platform, so a release for Rift or Quest is likely. When the city building simulation City Skylines was released in 2015, the players were very excited. Now with Cities VR, a virtual reality version of the game has been announced. With intuitive VR controls, you can plan and build your city and even switch to first-person view. The game was announced exclusively for Quest 2 and is scheduled for release in spring 2022. With Firmament, the creators of Myst and Riven have now announced a puzzle adventure that will offer not only great graphics but also a lot of puzzles. The game can be played both on the monitor and in VR. Support for PC VR and PlayStation VR was announced. The release is scheduled for 2022. In the upcoming VR game Gambit, you play together with up to 4 players to plan raids in a story campaign, unlock and upgrade new weapons, and find opponents and bosses with bows and chainsaws, for example. Climbing and PvP will also be possible. The game is slated for release in Q2 2022 for Quest and PC VR. Green Hell has been available for some time already. It is a hard survival game in which you fight for survival in a dangerous jungle, either in a story campaign or in a free mode. The VR version of the game will not be a half-baked implementation but a full VR game. It will be released for Quest and PC VR in early 2022. A VR implementation for GTA San Andreas has been announced at the Connect 2021. According to Meta and Rockstar, the game has already been in development for several years and aims to offer a full VR experience. Unfortunately, there is no release date or gameplay material yet. It was announced exclusively for Quest 2. In Hellsweeper VR, a roguelike game, you experience pure action as an immortal undead and eliminate countless underworld enemies from the first-person view. There will be an intense, unrestricted locomotion system involving wall running, power sliding and backflips. The game is slated for release in Q3 2022 for Quest and PC VR. A virtual reality game set in the Horizon Zero Dawn universe was shown as part of the announcement of the PlayStation VR 2. In Horizon Call of the Mountain, you will, among other things, be back in the jungle, fight intense battles and climb through trees. The game will probably be available exclusively on the PlayStation VR 2 and will also appear together with it. In Hubris, a graphically spectacular virtual reality adventure, you are on a strange alien planet. Here you explore old ruins, look at beautiful landscapes, fight enemies and craft weapons and tools to survive. A first demo of the game was really nice to play. The game will be released in episodic format and will launch in 2022. It has been announced for Quest, PlayStation VR and PC VR. Funded by Kickstarter in 2020, Ilysia is a VR MMORPG. We are in a large open world and do quests, farm, craft, explore and upgrade our hero. All this either alone or together with friends. The game is expected to be released in 2022 for Quest, PlayStation VR and PC VR and will feature cross-platform support. Into the Darkness is an action-adventure in VR where you can use almost anything as a weapon because the game offers a complex physics engine. So you can use normal weapons like pistols, swords, but you can also throw a PC monitor. However, the game also features puzzles and a sandbox mode. It is scheduled for release in 2022 for PC VR. The open world VR game Lo-Fi takes place in a futuristic cyberpunk world. As a police officer, we can determine our everyday life ourselves. Either we hunt down criminals, play some arcade games, or hang out in a club and spend our credits. A first tech demo looked very impressive. The game is scheduled for release in 2022 for PlayStation VR and PC VR. With Moss Book 2, the successor to one of the best virtual reality games was announced. You are again the mouse kill and experience a wonderful, colorful and varied world in which you fight, puzzle, jump, dodge and discover. The game was initially only announced for PlayStation VR and is scheduled for release in spring 2022. Since Moss 1 was also released for other platforms, it is likely that we'll be able to experience Moss Book 2 on Quest and PC VR later. Outlier is a roguelite VR game that features first-person shooter as well as role-playing elements. With different skills and a variety of weapons, we fight our way through a beautiful virtual world. There will also be a storyline. The game is slated for release in winter 2022 for PC VR. In Pirates VR Jolly Roger, you are on a mysterious Caribbean island looking for hidden pirate treasure. The game features a story, fights, dense jungles, caves and underwater scenes. There are also some puzzles to be solved. There is no release date yet. The game will be appearing for PC VR. With Planetarism, an open-world role-playing game was announced in 2017, which offers great environments on an alien planet. In addition to battles, the game also offers an interesting crafting system. Unfortunately, after the interesting demo, the devs have become very silent and do not respond to inquiries, so it is possible that the project has been put on hold. It was announced for PC VR. In Predator VR, which is based on the movie from the 80s, you fight as an elite soldier in action-packed battles against the dangerous predator. Environments are a jungle, labyrinth or secret bases. You can also play as a predator in rampage mode, and the multiplayer mode has also been announced. An exact release date has not been set yet. It has been announced for PlayStation VR and PC VR. From the makers of Boneworks comes a game with the current working title Project 4. This takes place in the Boneworks universe and again offers a variety of physics interactions. Unfortunately, not much else is known about the game and there is no real gameplay material or release date. It will be released for Quest, PlayStation VR and PC VR. A survival horror adventure is coming with Propagation Paradise Hotel. We explore dark environments and face cruel creatures. There will also be a story about a hotel in which more and more people have been infected by a virus. We fight against the undead with realistic weapons. The game is scheduled to be released for PC VR in late 2022. In addition to Assassin's Creed VR, Ubisoft has also announced a VR game set in the Splinter Cell universe. Unfortunately, there is neither a release date or gameplay material for this. Rumor has it that there will even be a multiplayer mode. The game was announced in collaboration with Meta, so an exclusive release for Rift and Quest is likely. Things have been very quiet about the promising platformer adventure Starchild since it was announced in 2017. Some developers have been fired and otherwise there is no more news. It was originally announced for PlayStation VR. It is therefore questionable whether there will ever be a release. The VR version of The Elder Scrolls Blades has also become very quiet. It's a dungeon crawler with adventures, building cities, RPG elements and arena battles. The game was announced for Quest and PC VR, but there is no release date yet. The Exorcist Legion Sin will be the sequel to one of the best VR horror games. We have to solve scary and brutal cases, collect clues and solve puzzles again. But this time we can also do it in the new cooperative mode with our friend. However, the game will not be for the faint of heart and is scheduled for release in late 2022 for Quest, PlayStation VR and PC VR. In the last clockwinder, we make clones of ourselves. We need these to solve the interesting and innovative puzzles in the science fiction world. The clones can do exactly the same thing as we can. The release is scheduled for summer 2022 and the game is scheduled to appear on Quest 2 and PC VR. The Twilight Zone VR offers psychological horror in the crazy science fiction world. The game features 3 single-player story episodes and is not for the faint of heart. There is no exact release date yet, it will come for Quest and PlayStation VR. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is the sequel to one of the best virtual reality zombie adventures. The story continues directly where the first part ended and we fight in zombie-infested New Orleans by fighting, exploring, crafting and collecting for survival. An exact release date has not yet been set, it will come for Quest, PlayStation VR and PC VR. Unfortunately, things have become very quiet about the promising Undead Citadel, which was announced back in 2019. We compete against the Undead in intense, powerful and physically realistic close and long distance combat. Our task is to clean a city of its Undead plague. A release date is not known, it will be released for PlayStation VR and PC VR. The successor to Vertigo, one of the best VR puzzle adventures, will again offer good fights, interesting puzzles and varied environments. We also encounter bizarre alien life forms again. A release date of Vertigo 2 is not yet known, the game comes to PC VR. Which upcoming VR game are you looking forward most? If you missed a game in the list, write it in the comments below. Would you like to support me and get access to behind the scenes videos and early access to my videos? Then check out the first pinned comment below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE